If we were forced to close our doors for whatever reason, who would be protesting? Who would be outside the door saying, no, this place cannot close? And if it's only the people who come to church on Sunday morning, we are doing something wrong.
I don't know if our generations are teaching and raising up their families in the church as they did in my time. Getting non-church people in the doors is a thing that has to be worked at.
For a church to grow, regardless of who is in their pulpit, it has to be church-led.
As quickly as possible, I start thinking, who can I bring on board and give more responsibility so that this is continuing to be run by the people?
We're going to figure this out together. And there is space for people to experiment in their faith, to be stretched, pushed, and pulled in the Word.
I arrived at Morning Star in the summer of 2021.
She was like, I have this idea for Valentine's Day.
My idea was for us to perform free weddings for anyone who wanted one. It's an idea that I've been carrying with me at least through 2 previous congregations, and it just wouldn't fly in the other settings.
I was immediately like, game on, but it can't be here. It's got to be downtown at the plaza. Jesus calls us to be the church out there. We're not for Morning Star, we're for Las Cruces.
I've been witnesses for the ceremony and signed a couple of licenses. It is a great opportunity to reinforce the institution of marriage, make it easy for people who want to get married. Seeing people outside in weddings draws spectators.
I think that first year we did 30 ceremonies. We had as many as 4 going on at one time, and we've been doing them every year since.
When I first started coming here, the kids have their services, their nurseries back in the corner, not really in the congregation.
Unintentionally, this community has said to kids for more than a decade, the sanctuary is not your space.
They were thinking they were learning better by being in a separate room, but still they're lacking that part of the interaction with the children and the adults.
And so we shifted the service times so that we could have an hour in between, and that would be Sunday school. There were a few young families that from the get-go, this did not work for them, because they really wanted a time where the grown-ups could be in church separate from the kids.
Kids are noisy. They're chaos. People started to realize, like, that's a beautiful, beautiful sound.
What does it mean for us to engage with kids, not just so that they are hearing what we are saying, but that we are actually listening to what they are saying so that we are growing together?
Proximity matters. We're beginning to have these opportunities for more of a intergenerational connection.
Morning Star Church, Camino Real Middle School. We are literally next door neighbors. It's much easier and much faster to drop the kids off or pick them up at the parking lot of our church.
The church had, safety questions about someone picking their kids up in the parking lot, no one around.
We began to receive complaints. We should just close off the parking lot. But what if we instead opened the doors and turned on the Wi-Fi and gave them snacks and said, we welcome you. And then they have adult supervision, and we began to get to know our neighbors.
When we started out, we probably had maybe 30 or 40, 50 kids that'll come in. Now we have 200 or so that comes in.
They weren't afraid to strike up a conversation, and you could just go up, say hi, and start talking to them, have fun with it, and just be you.
Sometimes it's just somebody being there, not even really to give them much of a comment back. It's showing the community that this church can reach its arms out further than just inside this building.
Everything's on wheels. We can shift and we can think about things differently so that we're meeting the need in the moment.
The idea of a community of faith is not just the people who are in the sanctuary, but that faith is spread, that hope, that grace is spread to all of the community, whoever they happen to be, wherever they happen to be.
You have to open up your spiritual imagination to the possibilities of what God has in store. Most people are afraid of what could happen as opposed to being excited about what mistakes could be made. And so we figure it out every day.